Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Today, I'm going to be trying a coffee that somebody brought me, and they said, "Hey, can you try this on your broadcast?" And it's actually a friend of mine or a guest that comes to my work, and so they brought me some coffee, and this was bought at Americana Cafe Coffee. They're in Shirts, Texas. So this one, oh, I don't know if you can see that, but they wrote on there, and this is a blend, and it has the flavors of cherry, milk chocolate, and I looked up this coffee, and it also has a flavor of peanut butter. So kind of like a Reese's, kind of almost with cherry, a cherry flavor Reese's. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, there we go. Let's give this a try. What I did was this is a whole bean coffee, so I grounded it last night and made a pour over. I mean, not pour over. I made a cold brew coffee. So there it is. I, I found out something about these jars. Maybe I don't like them as well as I think, but this either I kind of shake it sometimes before I put it in, but the sealing on this is not very well, not very good. I guess I should just stick with mason jars, right? I don't know. So here we go. I got my Spurs glass. Not basketball season. Well, it's the playoffs, but the Spurs didn't make the playoffs. We were like, we're like 10th, not even 10th seed. So, but give this a try though. Let me see what it smells like. That's pretty good. Oh wow! The coffee beans smelled really good when I. It might. I wonder if I. It says Twitch. Okay, I got. What happened? Somebody was on Twitter Live and they just left. Okay. We got somebody watching on Facebook Live and somebody watching on Twitter Live and somebody watching on Twitch. And is the comments working? I hope the comments are working. Here we go. I was trying to fix the color of the chat, the Prism Live Studio chat. Prism Live, I just got a new update from Prism Live Studio, and they actually have a background, but I don't think it would actually work unless you had a green screen. I could try it and see. Oh, let me move this jar out of the way. But I don't think it's going to work because I don't have a green screen. But let's give it a try, shall we? Okay, I picked this one, but I don't know if it's going to show. Probably not, right? Because I don't have a green screen. I think you had to have a. There we go. Sorry about that. I said that's pretty cool. I don't know. All right. I keep saying I don't know. I should know something, right? Sorry about that. But I know that I'm getting ready to drink this coffee in my Spurs glass. Go Spurs, go! Oh, that's really good. I taste the chocolate and I taste the cherry a little bit. But what's missing is the peanut butter. So I guess maybe this one doesn't have peanut butter. What I'll do is I'll put in my title or description of the video, I'll put their website so that way you can order this coffee. A friend of mine got this from the Americana Coffee, and it's a coffee shop in Schertz, Texas, which is on the northeast of San Antonio, where all the little cities are. There's several towns that are in the city limits of San Antonio, but these are right outside of San Antonio. There's Schertz, there's Seguin, there's Universal. Well, actually, there's Universal City, Live Oak, Selma, Texas, and there's a lot of little cities right there. And it seems like they're changing the border each time. You be going, and then they say leaving San Antonio, entering Live Oak, and then about a block or a mile away it says you're entering Selma. Okay, so they always are changing their borders. I think Live Oak is trying to be a larger town, because I think they have a really big area that they're developing and all that. So if you try this coffee, I'm gonna put that link again, like I said, the website, and then if you buy one of their coffees, or if you find them here in San Antonio, or wherever you're at, it's called Broadcasters Coffee, and I think this coffee, I think he bought this in a bulk, I'm not sure, but this coffee was like, I think it was pretty expensive, but I think it was like $10. I don't remember seeing that, but I think, you know what, they had a thing on their website that you can join like a prescription coffee and club kind of thing, and you can get different broadcaster coffees, and this one is actually pretty good. It's I can taste the milk chocolate, and I can taste the cherry, so maybe it's like a chocolate covered cherry. I'm not sure, but this is called Breaker 19, and Breaker 19 is I don't know if you remember Citizen Band radios. A long time ago, I had one, and I'll tell you a funny story. Kind of funny. It wasn't really funny at the time, but it's funny now. I had a little setup. I got for Christmas or for my birthday or something. My parents bought me I bought a CB radio, and my parents said, "We'll buy you the antenna and everything." I said, "Okay, cool." Hey, David, thank you for joining me this morning on Saturday. Appreciate it. And so I set it all up, and I forgot to put this filter. It has this filter that you put on the antenna from the antenna to the CB radio. You have to have this filter on it, otherwise they'll like mess up everybody's TV. And so what happened was, I was on the radio one day, and the neighbors came over and says, "Hey, we're trying to watch TV, and your radio signal keeps hitting our TV show." So I said, "Okay, I'll stop right now." But so I went to back then there was a Radio Shack. I don't know if I don't even know if they're still around anymore. Oh, sorry about that. But the Radio Shack sold me this filter that I put on the radio, and then it stopped doing that. But I had a pretty good little size on the side of the house antenna. But yeah, see, but it's funny now. But it wasn't funny at the time, because the neighbors yelled at my parents, and then my parents yelled at me. So it wasn't funny at the time. I was trying to find, I still have that CB radio somewhere, and all this stuff over here. But but I haven't used it in like a long time. I don't even remember my call. I used to call letters, and I can't remember what they were. They also gave me a friend of mine from work gave me was a guest, like a customer. We call him guest. Is a guest, and so we always talk about coffee. So he brought me this one, and he also brought me a Hawaiian coffee. So I'm gonna try that one probably next time. I have a little bit left. I don't know. I'll probably make a pour over because I don't know if I have enough to make French press, but I'll see because I used quite a bit to make this cold brew. This cold brew is easy to make. You just get the filter. This is a tea filter, and then let me move it over here. It's a tea filter. Then I just and actually it was a infused tea. Hey, back then the neighbors and your parents solved the problem. Yeah, they did. I'm making a federal case. Yeah, that's true. Now I guess people. Thank you, Gene, for joining me. Yeah, yeah, quite a bit. Now a lot of people would do that, right, Gene? Thank you for joining me on Twitter Live. And my comments are working. That's pretty good. I'm trying to change the color of the text. I'm trying to get something where I can be able to see it well. The other ones were too dark, and I thought it would be better. Hey, Dean, on Prism Live Studio, they have a new thing on it. It's called background, and you can make a background. But the only thing is, I think you have to have a green screen in order to make the background. So I'm thinking about buying some green screen and put it all over my backdrop and then see if it works. Hey Rob, thank you for joining me. Thank you, everybody. Today, Rob, I'm drinking Breaker 19. It's called Broadcast Coffee Breaker 19. Somebody from one of the guests, and it's actually a co-worker's stepdad, brought me some coffee. And it's called Broadcast Coffee Breaker 19 Blend. It has like a kind of a milk chocolate flavor with cherry, but I could barely taste the cherry. I think it's there, but it's like, all right. So we got David watching me on Facebook Live, and Rob's watching me on YouTube, and we know the comments are working. Are the comments pretty big? I tried to make them bigger so I can see better. And I got Dean watching on Twitter Live. Well, it's still kind of Periscope, but Periscope's turning into Twitter Live. I hope everybody's having a great morning. It smells like a truck cab now. No. It actually is pretty good. I was saying earlier that I got this jar at Hobby Lobby, and I thought, hey, that's a really cool jar to make cold brew in. The only thing is, the lid doesn't seal very good. So, probably have to go back to mason jars. Find a big mason jar like this, and Because what I usually do is when I put the water and I put the coffee in there, I kind of give it a little shake. Well, it was coming out on the top, so I said, "Hey, it's not supposed to be doing that," and I made sure it was tight. It was tight. Or really big on Hackle. I haven't tried. I haven't seen that app yet. I think it's still in like a beginning mode, right? Like beta or something. But I don't know if you can download that. Is it called? What is it called? Hackle? I can't even see the Hackle. Oh, I see it now. Oh, you said Hacklet. Okay, I got you. Hackle. Like tackle, but at the H. Hackle. I know, right? There's new. I haven't even seen any broadcast from that. I tried Haps, but I just never have any good luck with it. I guess I would just have to practice. And send an invite. Oh, somebody that's on it, if they send an invite, then you could join, or you have to send invites for people to join. I'm gonna try to change the. Well, I don't know. I want to change the color. This yellow is like. Let me try some. Let's change the color. I think I had. I don't want to try pink. Let's try blue. See how blue looks. Blue is worse. I mean, it's darker. Delete Brat. I'll delete Brat. Okay. It's just beta. Alright, we'll go back to what I had. There we go. You know, I think maybe if let's see if I can text. Oh, never mind. We'll just leave it like that. Oh, the font. Oh, you can do, let's try that. You can actually change the font. Let's see. That's better. Kind of bolder. That was good. Okay, cool. Now we fixed it. It was very humid yesterday, but it's getting better. It's just hot in San Antonio. Everybody says, "Why don't you make a French press today?" I said, "You know what? I just want a cold coffee, and it'd be refreshing." Just a few minutes ago, my neighbor was mowing their yard, and I said, "Oh, great! Y'all be hearing somebody's lawnmower going on." That's what I got to do next. Got to mow my front yard. So, Rob, how is it in Peoria, Illinois, today? Is it warm or is? I think it's sunshine outside. I haven't been out yet. Good. You like the yellow better? I want to try to change see if I can experiment with the fonts real quick. I just noticed you can do different fonts, but oh, I see. No, I'll just leave it like that. Just leave it like that. All right. What was it? I was going to say. I forgot. Oh no. I'm not that old where I forget stuff. But yeah, so I'll probably go back to the mason jars, or get a big. They sell mason jars this size. I might go back to that. The only thing is, I bought 2 of these from Hobby Lobby to make 2 different cold brews at a time. The other, I didn't make that Hawaiian coffee that my heat index warnings. Oh wow. Yeah, it's been pretty warm. We've been getting like in the 90s, and in the afternoon, especially about 5 o'clock when the sun's getting ready to go down, it gets pretty warm. So the sun comes up in the front of my house, and then it goes down on the back of my house. My backyard, the backyard is like the hottest area at that time. So I don't want to be sitting in my backyard about 5:30 or so, or about 7:30 or something like that. It gets super hot. At 10 o'clock, it's 80 degrees here in San Antonio. Isn't that crazy? Hey, good morning, bud. Thank you for joining me on Facebook Live. We're drinking coffee, talking to Rob, Dean, and David. Faces East also. Yeah, it's you walk out the front door and the sun's right there. Boom. I should have realized that when we've been in our home for over 20 years, just past Memorial Day. My son remembered that. I said, I don't really keep track of that. No, okay, we've been living here, but we should have realized that when, I guess you're just looking at homes when you're going to buy. But then you realize, when we moved to this house, my backyard, and on the other side of my back fence was a green belt. And it was trees galore. Somebody still had some like farmland that they didn't want to sell. And so one morning, I don't remember when it was. Thank you for sharing. Okay, you send me the invitation, Hackle. Dean, thank you. And one morning, I guess it was a few years later, and one morning I looked outside. And I think I told the story before, but I looked outside and there wasn't a tree back there. And I said, wow, what happened? And turns out they were building a high school behind my home. And the school district that, the Northside School District, what they call it, they're not a believer of keeping trees. I was like, wow, they tore all those trees down, oak trees. I think there was oak trees, mesquite trees back there, and they tore all those down. It was just like they shredded them, and it was like, what happened here? And at first I thought they were going to build homes back there. Turns out they built a high school, which is not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I thought it was going to be really noisy all the time. Every once in a while you hear Well, when school's in, you hear like their marching band playing, and that's okay. I don't mind that. I kind of like to hear that. And then, top it off, uh, about a about a year or two later, they built a football stadium. Um, the Northside School District built a football stadium about maybe, I think, about a mile from my home. And so you get to hear football games. Sometimes it's high school football games. So, and they also have they built also a natatorium there too, and I think it's open. I don't swim, but I never learned how to swim because I had always, when I was a kid, always had ear infections, and so that's why I never learned to swim. Even though I would put on earplugs, I would still get water in my ears, and I just would have bad ear infections. So that's why I wear hearing aids today. Because all those, that's a common thing in achondroplasia or dwarfism. Get ear infections. Once I had my tonsils taken out, I really didn't have that bad of ear infections, but yeah, that's the way it went. But anyway, they made a natatorium. Oh, I can't sit out in the morning, afternoon time. Yeah, that's one thing I would really love, to be able to sit out in the backyard, in the evening time. But it's just way too hot. And then if I had an animal or a dog a dog, I wouldn't really keep them outside. But it's just way too hot in the backyard for them to stay out too long. So it wouldn't be fair to them. I think the text, I can see it, but it's really kind of light. Wish they had a darker. Well, the darker colors don't show up that well either. It's just me. I can't see. I think I think Bud had told me this. That when you get like your glasses, you can get computer reading glasses, or ask for a pair of computer reading glasses. I think that's what I'm gonna do next. Next time, I'll ask for a second pair where I can, because I always have to, because I'm bifocals, and so I always have to kind of lift a little bit to see. And everybody's going, why does the guy keep looking up? But today I made a cold brew coffee. Somebody from work brought me some coffee to try out, and it's called Broadcast Coffee Breaker 19. So and then I kind of remembered when I was younger, in my teens, I had got a CB radio, and I don't remember. I think it was a gift, but anyway, it was fun. If you have a script, about $40 at a script. I'm not sure. Oh, if you have a script about, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I get it now. Sorry, I go, a script. like a $40 at Walmart. Yeah, mine. I think I haven't been back to the ophthalmologist in like a couple of years, so it might be a time to go back. My son had broke his frames, his glasses, and we went to Walmart, and it was like we just got the frame, found a frame that's similar to his lenses, and it was actually cheaper to do it that way than going back to the ophthalmologist office and picking one of their frames. I think I had went back and asked them for a copy of the prescription. They said it was already voided, so couldn't use it because I guess it's not an updated one. And I'm down to there. Woo! This coffee is really good. Cold brew coffee is very less acidic, so it's really smooth. But I am going to try that, but next time, try to get computer reading glasses. I think that would be a lot better, and I think it would help me at work too because dealing with the computer screen. Oh wow, been on 32 minutes. See what happens when you have great company? Thank you, everybody. Well, next time, I'm going to probably try that Hawaiian coffee. I got another, they also brought me, besides this one, they brought me a Hawaiian coffee. And well, I can't remember exactly what the name, it was like a Hawaiian cream coffee, so we'll try that next time probably. And it looks like, I don't know if it might be enough to make a cold brew, but maybe I'll make a pour over and have a warm cup. Oh, okay. Also, you just took your glasses? All right. Maybe I can try that. I'll see if they can do that. But, well, thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I appreciate it. Great company today. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. I'm going to put 2 videos over here and then a subscribe button right here. And remember, coffee and friends make a perfect blend. Appreciate everybody joining me today. Let me move my jar out of the way. All right, let's see. I found my little button there. Looked kind of scary there. But anyway, there we go. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Appreciate it. And everybody have a great day, great morning, great afternoon. And we'll see you next time on Ken Rod's Coffee Break. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining me.